Hey guys, I'm James, Master Instructor of the Dean King Training Institute, and with me here I've got 5 graduates who've just completed our 2-week and 4-week courses, and we've got people here from, you guys are here from all over, right? Where are you from, Curtis?
Winnemucca, Nevada.
Nevada.
From Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Louisiana.
California.
Some local guys. So, you guys now, just right off the bat, how was your guys' experience here? Whoever wants to go first, how was your guys' experience overall?
It was good.
Now, this is your second time around. You came back, you were here back in October, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Came through for 2 weeks, went back, kind of practiced somewhat, not as much as you wanted to, like we had talked about.
Yeah.
But coming back through this the second time around, was it something that helped you? Did you learn a lot coming back out the second time? And
It really helped fine tune and get my pushes a lot closer together and making my work come out a whole lot cleaner than when I left the first time.
what about for you guys over here? How was your guys' experience?
We split our weeks also, so I think it worked out for us. You're able to take that break and come back and see where you're at.
I think we had talked about letting some things marinate, right?
Mm-hmm. So
You know,
it works out.
And with you, Jeslyn, you had done some PDR previous to coming out here.
Yeah.
One of our former students, Shane, had went through and worked with you. You're working with him. He had showed you, like PDR basics. Went out there, threw you to the wolves, and said, "Let's repair some stuff and let's go." But coming through the training now, how was it versus what you were doing already?
You were able to answer a lot more questions, being able to know exactly what I needed to ask, to learn the ins and outs of it rather than getting just thrown into it and like, oh, there's dent, push it out. Where do I start?
Yeah.
What's the process of this? And being able to fine tune some things because, sometimes the finish work or, that is what's needed to learn more than actually pushing the dent, making it look nice.
Because a lot of times you guys see it's not that it's easy to get something 70, 80% complete, but it kind of is. It's easier than the overall process a lot of times, right?
For sure.
To get it there,
Yeah.
And then you spend the next however long period of the time now, the majority of the time just trying to finish it and clean it up. And a lot of times, like I go over with you guys, is that's one of the main big differences between wholesale and retail, getting to the point where you can actually glass something where it's back to its original form. And like with you, Chi, you came through. You're a body technician. Body and paint, right?
Yep.
How was this? I know we had talked about it before, but tell me again, how was this different compared to body and collision, which you do already, versus PDR now?
Yeah, it's totally different. Everything is just like slow-mo, and compared to working on sheet metal, it's totally different. It doesn't have that conventional repair where you're pulling and you're tapping down, where you're just tapping down and trying to work that metal slowly without cracking the paint. So it's a really good experience.
Now I know, Pedro, you also do body work, right? Body collision.
Paint.
You're a painter.
Painter.
So with that, I mean, you came into this, you have an eye that most painters do, just like detailers and so on, where you can see a lot of this stuff also. Was that something that benefited you, or did it hurt you more so because you can see it and it was like harder, like, okay, I can't finish this now. I know something's there, but I can't really get to it.
So that's one thing that I always use is the light. Even at work, you're spraying, you're looking for your spray gun, where you're laying down your clear coat,
your patterns,
your patterns and everything, and your metallics and all that, and that's what's hard. I mean, you see it, but to actually fix it and the pressure points and getting the right tool to do the job is it's a process, but it feels good to learn how to do something that I never ever done before.
Yeah. Kind of like the work prior to the paint, prior to your reaching you, right? But with the finished result already. Now, prior to you coming down, Curtis, you were doing something totally different. What was it you were doing?
I was our detail manager. So I managed the detailers, so I was checking their work. I was working with our installer who did clear bra, tint, buffing, so I had hands in on that, car washes. I was kind of all over the place. And
More management than actually doing it, right? So then you get kind of thrown into it or asked to do it, and you say, yeah, okay, cool. I volunteer my name, throw my name in the hat. Let's do this now.
didn't even volunteer. They just said you're
Voluntold.
Voluntold.
Yeah.
going to school.
You go to school. So now, being on this side of it now, going
That's
back,
good, though.
your experience, at the dealership now, is this something that you see, it's obviously going to benefit you, it's going to benefit the dealership. Do you feel pretty well prepared to go back now with the knowledge you've had in these 4 weeks here, or
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
While I was home, I did work on some dents, and what I worked on, I'd say, if it wasn't a totally crinkled fender or something like that, I was getting the dents to a good wholesale level,
Yeah.
but wasn't getting that retail, and that's coming back the second time.
And just being able to see it again, letting it marinate between October and now, and actually practicing.
And going back over the basics.
Yeah.
Stuff I forgot.
Yeah. Kind of filling in the blanks again.
Yeah.
And I know for you came into this totally new. You weren't in the industry. You didn't deal with any paint, any body work, any collision, nothing, right?
No.
What did you do?
Real estate.
Real estate. So this was something that was totally brand new for you.
Right.
And coming through here, you had to learn, everything about the metal and the light and the orange peel. I mean, you're learning everything from the beginning. Now, how do you feel after your 2 weeks of going through it here and where you're at now?
I'm surprised that I was able to learn as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really expect to know what I know now
Mm-hmm.
in just 2 weeks. So, surprising. Yeah, I feel good about it.
Of course, this is just the beginning. You keep doing it. I mean, there's so much more.
Right.
There's so much
Exactly.
more. I mean, for everybody, even if you have had experience doing, body and collision and paint or just whatever it is you were doing already, there's just so much more in PDR that you just continue to learn and get better and keep pushing yourself. And I always say technicians will put limits on themselves on how far they want to go. With this, and you want to just sit here and just do door dings, and if you find that niche market and that's all your customers require you to do, then awesome. But if you're going to go on further, then there's always that market also. Now, what would you guys say? Individual go around here. What would you guys say was the most difficult part of the entire class? Whether it was something that you tried to learn, tried to do, an exercise, whatever it was. What was the most difficult thing for you as you were here? Being a student in class.
I think, like you said, the last 15-20%. You can get through the first part, the first 80%, fairly quick. Then it's just that last one where just frustration starts to build up, and put the tool down, take a break, and it's just that last 20% though that's brutal.
Just the finish work.
Just the finish,
Finish it
yeah.
up. What about for you?
I think that would be it. It's the
Same.
same thing, you pull out the dent and it looks pretty good, but you still have your low spots or high spots, and you're like, oh, it looks pretty good, but it's not.
It's not
There you
perfect.
It's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about for you, Jasmine?
The same.
Same.
Like the accuracy at the very end and the finish work, you just, you're doing something wrong.
And knowing when to say when. Right? Leave good enough alone. What about for you? Same?
Yeah, it was the same too. It was just reading highs and lows, especially with the orange peel that comes into effect with it, trying to make it as perfect as possible.
Or you?
Accuracy and pressure,
Accuracy and pressure. Yeah.
because I always muscled through a lot of things, and
There's no
That was-
muscling on this.
Yeah, a lot. It's finesse, and you learn that really quick. You think, okay, I'm just gonna get in here and just pop this up, and it doesn't work. It goes south on you, right? And it's something that it's a lot of finesse. It's a lot of technique. It's a game of millimeters. Slower is faster, less is more. All that stuff is true, and along with the patience. And the minute one of those goes south, it's like, well, the whole thing's gonna go south. It's gonna get bad real quick, and then you're even more frustrated. You're back to the beginning, right? Now, lastly, what would you guys, if you can go back to yourselves Monday morning, give yourselves a piece of advice and say, hey, gee, look, the next 2 weeks you're going to be doing this. Don't do this, or whatever. What would your advice be, Curtis, to yourself Monday morning?
this Monday morning, it would have been, make sure you get some sleep tonight.
Get some sleep before you come in. That's always good. We need some fresh eyes. You drove. That's how many hours, right? I mean, you.
Yeah. Well, Monday night I didn't sleep.
Ah.
And Tuesday, trying to look at the light, and then trying to get my accuracy and pressure right. And I pushed when I shouldn't have pushed and created 2.5 more days worth of work.
For those of you guys about to start, make sure you get some sleep the night before. Okay. What about you, Chi? What's some little words of encouragement or something you can tell yourself in your first day?
I think definitely it will be slowing down the process, for sure, for sure. I mean, the first day that I was here, it was like, all right, you know, I mean, I'm gonna get on this and see where it takes me, and I'm creating like a lot of high points that I gotta do tap down now. I'm just chasing it all over the panel, and yeah, just slowing down after like the first day, the next 2-3 days, I really slowed it down, and it definitely helped out a whole lot.
What about you, Jessamine? What would you tell yourself in your first day?
Focus and ask more questions.
What about you?
Yeah, just take it easy and not to get stressed out over something. Just slow down, look at the dent. Analyze everything. Where your light's at before you start anything, and just take your time. Make it look good.
Yeah, I think there's a list. I don't think it's one thing.
It's a lot of stuff.
You referenced like golf swing earlier.
Yeah.
It's just so many things that you have to just remember all of them. It's not one. It's like you forget one, you got to start all of them over again. So it's patience. It's pressure. Like you said, light. Make sure you're reading it right, because you leave one out. Again, you got to start over.
And they all go hand in hand. And eventually it gets to the point where it all does become second nature per dent. Right now you're still trying to, okay, I got these first 3 steps down, then you skip the next 3 and you forget, right? And then the next one you've got the second 3 steps, but not the first 3. It's kind of back and forth until the point where it does become second nature, and it just flows. It's just a constant. It's like breathing. You just do it. You get on the dent, you know how to approach it, you know what to do, you know what to do first, and you just go from there, I think all you guys all did great, and obviously, I would tell everybody, keep practicing, don't stop. The minute you put your tools down is when you start to lose it, and you guys can always reach out to me if you have any questions, and that's for you guys out there also. If you guys ever have any questions, if you're a former student, if you're looking to come through the course, if you have any questions on our tools or any of the training or any systems that we offer, feel free to look us up on the web at thedingking.com. Give us a call at 1-800-304-3464. Head on over to Facebook, the Ding King Training Institute, or on our official Instagram page, official Ding King, or drop us a line right here in these comments. And for those of you guys that have been following us, thank you. Make sure you guys continue to share our videos and keep liking our stuff. And from all of us here, thanks again for watching, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.